Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today is Black women always think they can violate Black men all the time. I don't know if y'all heard about the whole Busta Rhymes incident happened a little while ago. I want to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to read a really quick article, and then we're going to come back and we're going to really talk about this. So... okay. Busta Rhymes throws his drink on an overzealous woman who touched the rapper's behind in Las Vegas. All right. Rapper Busta Rhymes was recorded throwing a drink at a woman in Las Vegas after she touched him. The 50-year-old music artist who recently performed at the Grammys was accompanied by a posse when the overzealous fan grabbed him from behind and touched his butt. Footage filmed by a bystander has been circulating online and showed the moment the star, real name Trevor George Smith Jr., reacts. The snippet features Busta dressed in a dark track jacket and light pants, turning and hurling the beverage. The Sun reported that he was leaving after attending the Magic Fashion trade show at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Right here, you can kind of see it. I'm not going to play the sound of it, but you can see it. The woman in the brown pants is who touches him. She's in the crowd. She's got the brown pants and like the blue jean jacket or whatever, and she thought it was cute. See how she thought it was real cute until she got a drink thrown in her face? Just want y'all to be able to see that. Nobody else touched him. Nobody else, was, you know what I mean? So just wanted, since I'm not really playing it, but I still wanted you all to see it. Okay. A representative for Rhymes did not immediately respond Wednesday to Daily Mail's request for a comment. The woman, identified as Nikita Mathis, confirmed to the Shade Room that she was the person who touched him. I didn't mean to touch his behind, honestly. I was just happy to meet him and wanted a picture, the fashion boutique owner admitted. She meant to touch his butt. You understand what I'm saying? She specifically reached for it. Like, stop. Anyway, Mathis also noted that she had attended the conference where Busta gave a very encouraging speech to entrepreneurs. She added, I have been a longtime fan. I admit I shouldn't have touched him at all, but he's Busta. I just feel like I could possibly get a pic. What about asking? The drink thrown was reported in an open plastic cup of water that Ryan swiftly used in his defense. One Twitter user named Nichelle tweeted her reaction to viewing the clip as she wrote, a lot of women feel like they got free reign to grope and touch people simply because they're women, along with the fact that society has created this narrative that any sexual attention towards a man is welcome, and it is not. Men get uncomfortable just like we do. Okay. And DJ Cameron Bennett also weighed in on the drama, typing Busta was not feeling that, had to throw the drink on her. I don't blame him. While another person chimed in and said, MF got some good aim, though. The rap artist has been publicly physically violated before. In August, he was on stage performing to a crowded audience when a woman reached up and tried to grope him. The scene went viral and showed the entertainer halting the show as he told the DJ to stop the music. He then gave fans a mouthful as he said into the microphone, back up, I dropped my ring down there. Hey, shorty, you with your man, right? That's your girl? What kind of S you on, letting her continue to grab me up? I'm a grown man. I'll F your girl, bro. He continued, I don't want to F your girl. I got a good one at home. This is weird time. She touched me. She might do some police stuff. I'm not with it. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. And the comment that the other lady made is actually very appropriate. She actually the lady in the video got what she deserved. He should have thrown that water on her. She should have been very embarrassed. So that is a proper reaction. I hope that men continue to make these sorts of reactions. Just react. Whenever these women come up, touch you, grope you, feel on you, and think that they should be able to do it, because they're women and you're a man, and so therefore you should be happy and grateful that some woman wants to give you some type of sexual attention or wants to objectify you sexually, things of that nature, and you should be happy and you should be glad because she's a woman, so therefore she's allowed to sexually harass you and things of that nature. Just start reacting. Just start throwing stuff on them. Just start, you know what I mean? Like, don't get yourself thrown in jail with it, but definitely something like throwing the water, completely appropriate. Completely appropriate. Because if it was the other way around, if some man had grabbed some female's butt, whether she was famous or not, it's all kind of repercussions. Okay? Because they be acting like somebody doing something to them, like that whole Michael Irvin situation that I still really haven't covered. I probably will. I don't know yet. But that whole situation. So a woman can come up and just say, oh, they touched me. Oh, just like they tried to get Cuba Gooding Jr. a couple of years back, talking about they were in a club and he grazed against her. But like, if y'all was in a crowded club, okay, if you don't want to be touched, stay at the house. If you don't want to be touched, why are you coming somewhere that's crowded? Get out of here with that. You can be touched. Now, ain't nobody saying just go all out and be crazy. But I mean, if you're like on a crowded train or you're at a crowded, a club or you at a concert, so you're liable to get touched. And it don't got to be a sexual touch. It don't even have to be intentional touches. But you're going to be touched. Stay home or stay out of crowds. Stay out of crowded places. Anyway, women think that since they are women, men should automatically be flattered, right? Or accepting of their behavior. Because after all, what this is really stemming from is that men are sex-crazed dogs who have no other emotional response towards women other than a sexual response. And so therefore, it's our right to sexually harass them, to grope them, to touch them, to feel on them, and basically have a really blatant disregard for men and their right to their own person, their right to their own personal space, their right to their own body, their right to not be touched, their right to not be sexually objectified by a woman just because she's a woman. Because here's the thing, women are perverts too. Women be perving out too. And they want to act like the only people who are ever pervs are men. But if you think about it, the women are the ones that's always running around here naked, trying to entice somebody to look at them. The women are always posting thirst traps. The women are always turning around with their butt showing and their cleavage showing and this showing and that showing. Or getting somewhere talking real nasty in a vulgar way, sexually. Or getting somewhere, to just post sexualized, highly sexualized content all the time. And so women be perving out. Men don't have to take that level of abuse, because if women can sit and say that a man just looking at somebody or glancing at you is some sort of crime, he can get fired from his job, he can get let go, his whole livelihood can be affected negatively if a woman comes out and says so much as he looked at her too long, or he may have touched her in some way she wasn't expecting it, and she says it has some sexual connotation to it, or what have you, then a man is going to automatically be negatively affected. He's going to lose his job, possibly if he's famous or whatever. He may lose endorsements or sponsorships or things of that nature. Many things can actually come from accusing men of having illicit sexual contact. It doesn't have to be jail necessarily, but it can just be the negatively affecting of his life. If we negatively impact his reputation. So his reputation suffers a mar from that if he does anything that women consider to be untoward. And let's just be honest, women consider everything to be untoward and wrong. This is the same group of people that can't figure out what grape is, but say they live in a grape culture. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can't define grape. Let me define it for you. Grape is any sexual act that you have been forced to do against your will. Regret sex is not great because you don't like that guy anymore. That's not great. Because he tried a couple of positions you are uncomfortable with. That's not great. Y'all are going to have to start figuring out that you're an adult and that you agree to get into these situations with men or whatever, and keep up your end of the bargain. If you're afraid of him, or you are apprehensive of him, or you think that maybe this sexual act isn't going to be what you think it's going to be with this guy, you feel a little funny about the situation, doesn't seem right, the setup don't seem right, maybe you should not go. Maybe you should not open your legs. Maybe you should just completely opt out of the entire thing. Like, don't go up to his room. Don't go up to his house. Don't just don't do none of it. Just don't do any of it. That's the only way that you're going to be able to truly stay out of situations where you don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be trying to figure out whether or not it was great. But everything is great in this culture now. Looking at a woman too long is sexual harassment of some sort. Like, wear a paper bag over your head. Just wear a paper bag over your head everywhere you go. Don't cut no holes in it either. That way you don't know who's looking at you and who not. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on. Just wear a paper bag over your head. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But this is really getting out of hand. You're uncomfortable when men do in the slightest thing, but you also feel at entitlement, at ease to just reach out and grab some man. I don't care that he's a celebrity. I don't care that you've been a fan of his for years. I don't care that you like him. I don't care if you're attracted to him. I don't care if you find Busta attractive or whatever the case may be. Obviously, she found him attractive and she thought he would be flattered, which is why she tried to do that little cute smile after she didn't know you got water thrown on you. Now get away. Now go away. You got embarrassed on the internet. Now bye. Because you shouldn't have touched me. You don't know what kind of mood this man is in. He said he got a woman already. He don't want y'all heifers. And if he do, I'm sure he got a way to let you know that you welcome to come in the back or whatever the case may be. Stop grabbing on folks. Stop grabbing on men. Just come right into their personal space and start touching their chest and start touching their butt and start trying to touch their private parts and stuff like that just because you horny and you a creep and you see it. So you think you got a right to touch it now. That's part of that little ownership stuff. You own the men. So therefore you have a right to grope them and sexually objectify them. No. No, ma'am. Hold yourself to the same level of accountability that you're trying to hold them to, but I thought that's your kryptonite. Accountability. You're not gonna hold yourself to no type of accountability. That's why. Anyway, before we sign off, go ahead into the description box, hit the link for crimsoncure.com and get your copy of my new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. Also, if you want this in a digital version, you don't want to wait for the physical copy, you just want to read it right now. The link to it on Amazon is also in the description box. Also, jump down in the comment section, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.